This is a story about karma. Some people think karma is just a word, but it is a universal law. Listen closely to what happened to a man named Arthur. Arthur was an incredibly wealthy businessman, but his heart was as cold as ice. He believed that money made a person important, and he looked down on anyone who was poor. One rainy evening, Arthur was walking to a vital business meeting. He was wearing an expensive designer suit and a luxury golden watch. Suddenly, a young man named Ryan accidentally bumped into him. Ryan was soaking wet, shivering, and looked completely broken. "Watch where you are going," Arthur shouted, angrily wiping his wet suit. "I am so sorry, sir," Ryan said, with tears running down his face. "My mother is dying in the hospital. I need to find any job tonight to pay for her medicine. Please, do you have any work for me? I will do anything." Arthur laughed with disgust. "I don't waste my money on losers. Get out of my way, ... Arthur pushed Ryan into the muddy street and walked away without looking back. 10 years passed. Arthur made some terrible, greedy decisions. His business partners tricked him, and his entire company went completely bankrupt. He lost his grand mansion, his luxury cars, and all his fair-weather friends. Now, Arthur was old, poor, and completely alone. He lived in a tiny, dark basement room. To make things worse, Arthur became very sick with a failing heart. He needed a massive surgery to survive, but he had no money and no insurance. Desperate to live, Arthur took his very last valuable possession, the luxury golden watch he had hidden away all these years. He went to the top hospital in the city and begged to see the chief surgeon. Arthur walked into the office, his hands shaking. The chief surgeon, Dr. Vance, was a young, highly successful, and deeply respected man. Arthur placed the golden watch on the desk. "Please, doctor," Arthur begged, crying. "This watch is worth a fortune. Take it, sell it, and please save my life. I have no one else in this world." Dr. Vance looked at the golden watch, and then he looked silently at Arthur's wrinkled face. The office was quiet for a long moment. Finally, the doctor stood up and pushed the watch back. "Keep your watch," Dr. Vance said calmly. "I will do your surgery for free." Arthur could not believe his ears. He fell to his knees, weeping with gratitude. The surgery was a complete success. A few days later, Arthur was resting in his hospital bed, finally feeling strong again. Dr. Vance walked into the room to check on him. Arthur immediately grabbed the doctor's hand. "Thank you, Dr. Vance. You are a savior. But please, tell me, why did you help a penniless stranger like me for free?" Dr. Vance smiled gently and said, "You really don't recognize me, do you?" Arthur stared closely at the doctor's eyes, but shook his head. Dr. Vance sighed softly. 10 years ago, on a freezing, rainy night, a desperate boy named Ryan begged you for help because his mother was dying. You didn't help him. You called him a loser and pushed him into the mud." Arthur's blood ran cold. He froze in absolute terror, realizing the chief surgeon was that exact boy. He closed his eyes, waiting for the doctor to yell at him or throw him out, but Dr. Vance just placed a kind hand on Arthur's trembling shoulder. My mother passed away that night, Dr. Vance said softly, but that terrible pain made me promise myself something. I would become a great surgeon so that no one else would lose a loved one just because they were poor. Today, Arthur, I did not treat you the way you treated me. I treated you the way you should have treated me. Arthur broke down in tears, filled with a deep, crushing regret. He finally understood the true power of the universe. The moral of the story, Karma, is not just a punishment. Karma is a mirror. If you don't like what the world is giving you, look at what you are giving to the world.